And good afternoon, Wildcat fans, and welcome high above W.E. Anderson Stadium here in Langston, Oklahoma, where it is an NAIA matchup between the homestanding Langston Lions and your Louisiana Christian University Wildcats. Both teams played D1 schools last week and kind of took it on the chin. You know what happened with LCU and McNeese State. Same kind of trouble as what Langston ran into when they played Grambling. It was an opportunity for both teams to kind of go out there and get after somebody else, but this is an opportunity to face a team in their own division. Again, welcome to Langston, Oklahoma. I am Doug Gann, excited to bring you the action here. You look at the scoreboard that is down at the bottom and you say, well, Doug, it's missing the clock. That's right. The scoreboard setup is down here. So we won't have it. We'll try to keep you posted on the time remaining in these quarters as best that we can on there. They're keeping it up here in the press box and they'll have it down on the field. But excited to bring you Wildcat football here from the great state of Oklahoma. Looking back across that skyline that you see, that is the visiting side that is over there. Handful of Wildcat fans have made the trip over here to Langston. And beautiful weather for it. I don't believe that you could ask for a better setting with the way the weather is today. It is certainly cooled off out there from what it was a couple of days ago. I think we were, mid-90s last week. And the humidity, the way it is, got out of the airport this morning, and it was right at 60 degrees. So it was certainly turning to fall quickly. Now, I don't know how long we'll stay that way, but we will take it. I was able to talk to Coach Ben McLaughlin before the Wildcats took the field for their warm-ups, and man, they're excited and ready to go. Saw some of the players as we were coming in. We'll have some video of that too. It was strictly business as the Wildcats were making their way in. Not a one of them looked at the camera. Not a one of them said anything, and normally you're getting some sort of feedback, but this has been billed as a business trip. They are coming over here, long ride. They left Pineville at 8 o'clock yesterday morning to make their way over here, stayed in Oklahoma City before making their way over to Langston. Langston just about, hour and a half from Tulsa is where we came in. The rest of it now, I don't know. Went into Tulsa because it gave us the opportunity to go down historic Route 66, and that was a lot of fun. Went to Tally's down in Tulsa, an old historic diner right there on Route 66, and then traveled a little of it. Saw an auto museum that was up a little ways. A lot of good things on the trip over here, and we'll have video and footage of all of that. But the main thing is going to be the main thing, and that is LCU and Langston University getting ready to tangle in this one. Both teams very similar in setup, the orange and the blue, so we'll keep you posted when they come out as to what that's going to look like. Want to give a shout out to our friends at Louisiana Athletic Club there on the campus. Two locations, one on the campus there at Louisiana Christian University and one in Alexandria. So go by there, see Ronnie, tell him you heard about it here on 446 Sports, and man, we're looking for a good one. Again, talk to Coach Ben. They were ready to just get back out onto the field after the way that the McNeese game got away from them, and it's just the size differences on there. The Wildcats put up a pretty good fight in that one for about a half, but that's why you schedule those games. You go out there and you see how you can compete. Saw a great battle out at quarterback. You'll see Perkins, you'll see Jones. They'll rotate a little bit out there. You see Landry. All three quarterbacks played last week. Expect that. Bryce Perkins, you saw the video of that, him getting his first touchdown on there. Of course, Marius Davis, one of those big wide receivers, to take a look at it. But this defense is going to be called on to go after and get Langston in this one. And, man, we're excited about being here with it. Cats will be at home next week after being on the road the first two down in Lake Charles. This is a little bit longer of a trip. It's about an 8-hour drive from Pineville to Langston. They'll come here twice to Oklahoma. They'll come twice to Oklahoma in the month of September. They'll be back here and go to Oklahoma or Panhandle, and that's another one of those trips that we'll have to rely on ways to get there. But want to thank our travel partners, Explore Alexandria Pineville, our local Convention and Visitors Bureau, for the support that they give us and allow us to help and bring you LCU football. Taking a look, you see it on the bottom part of your screen that the Lions are going to come out in mainly blue. They're trimmed in white and trimmed in orange uniforms. Cats are all in white in those. It'll be trimmed in the orange and blue too. So you'll see the blue from Langston. They're getting pictures of the captains right now. That looks to be Colin Mosley. It is number 92, Dylan Prince. And they turned on it and got away from me. Number 9, Aiden Hooper. And 64 is Jacoby Reed. That's the captain there. Jacoby Reed may sound familiar to you. He is out of Kenner, Louisiana. Several people from the New Orleans, the Kenner area, have made their way over to Langston. A couple from Marrero, several from the New Orleans area as well, and then all over Texas and Oklahoma, as you would expect. Quentin Morgan is the head coach for the Lions. Offensive coordinator is Joe Quinlan. Chris Abrego is in charge of the quarterbacks and receivers. Calvin Miller takes the defensive line and is the assistant head coach. Mike Reed, offensive line and special teams. Jeremy Palmore is the offensive line coach. DeBoer Washington is a grad assistant. Will Christian's a grad assistant. Jeff Reed, a student assistant. And Sergio Naff is the strength and conditioning intern. Over for your Wildcats. Familiar with that staff, but we will certainly talk about them as well. Head coach Ben McLaughlin in his second season as the head man for the Wildcats. Offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Corey York. And be hard-pressed to find somebody more spirited than Coach Corey York, without a doubt. Josh Graham is in charge of special teams and running back. James Woods will handle the linebackers. Jared Friedman, Coach Free, there at the defensive ends. Eric Morris handles the defensive line and is the recruiting coordinator. They listed him here. Max Parton, remember, played here for a year as quarterbacks coach there, and Max is charged with doing a lot with these just special quarterbacks that they have. You're going to see a lot from the Wildcat quarterback. A couple of different styles on them, but excited to see the way that they work. Tyron Young is over with the cornerback. Xavier Jackson, assistant offensive line. Joe Campanella is with the running backs, and Noah Logan is the wide receivers and video coordinator. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports here on the Wildcat Sports Network. Just excited to have you guys here with us, starting to climb on board the channel and watch this one. Should be a good one. Last year, Wildcats really flexed a little bit of muscle in that one. It got away. It was a lopsided one, but I really, really don't expect that today. I expect this to be a pretty good battle. And a couple of the Wildcats walking across, I can only expect that those two are going to be the captains. Jordan Oglesby, the senior out of Eunice, is one of those, and I didn't quite see him, but it looked like Jamarian Jackson, the sophomore. But
Today's game, Louisiana Christian Wildcats, number 11, Jordan Oglesby, the senior from Eunice, Louisiana, number 89,
Xavier Jackson, the senior out of Opelousas, is there. Opelousas, of course, just down the road. It is certainly a wonderful area, and if you get an opportunity to go to Opelousas and don't go by Mama's Chicken, you're missing out. And it's a case of when they told us, hey, let's stop by there and get some fried gizzards and get some livers, and I said, you got to be out of your mind. And now anytime we go by Opelousas, we make a stop there to do that. So that's Jackson, not the only great thing to come out of Opelousas. Mama's Fried Chicken is the other. Cats will make the call on this one, being the visiting team. And neither team out, only the captains are out. That's just really interesting. They're getting their introductions and final instructions, and they'll get this thing underway. Already enjoying my time in the press box as they've got this tea that is second to none, and some mountain of nachos down on our other end that I don't know if there's any left after that, but Spence.
Got the ref turned up.
They're giving their final instructions out on the field. We are here in the home side of it. What you saw on there was a visiting coaches box. That's where the coaches will go, and that's where they are. Looks like the Cats, we'll see. We don't hear it over here. They're making the adjustment. The white hat is. So Langston has won the toss, and they've deferred their option. So that high-powered NASCAR offense of the Wildcats will come out here, and I think both teams will kind of play with that type of a tempo. So if you're looking to do something in a couple hours after this game's over, you better extend that a little bit. This is going to be one of those that goes on. These teams will be up and down the field in this one. The defenses are going to be called on early to put an end to that. The Cats will start with the football. Have to keep an eye on any onside kicks or anything like that. Folks starting to make it in on that far side, and you see the Cats now make their way onto the field.
Field judge, Ernest Garza. Back judge, Brandon Peterson. Central judge, Crystal Cooksey. Today's officials provided by the Sooner Athletic Conference.
Delighted that you are here with us. Leave us a comment. Let us know who you're cheering for. It was last minute we were able to make the trip over here and do this. Great conversations with Coach Ben this week, and these guys are fired up. And we told you earlier on, we got some video of these guys when they were getting off the bus, and they are just very businesslike in the way that they came in, and that is an amazing band that you're hearing right below us. We're sitting behind there.
And your Langston University Lions!
Langston Lions make their way out to a rousing welcome from the band and the crowd and everyone that is here. And that shaking of the screen that you see is this drum corps that is here. So we may have to adjust that just a little bit. Yeah, they say that's kind of like the monster trucks. The ground's already shaking, and indeed it was. So that adjusted, that'll fix it a little bit. But I'm telling you, this press box is rocking up here because the band is directly below where we are. Settle in, folks. This is going to be a good one. Both teams 0-1, looking to get their records even. Only one of those is going to get in the win column. Somebody is going to go down 0-2 in this one. Cats in white with blue numbers, orange helmets. Again, we told you Langston in the blue, predominantly blue jerseys and pants. They've got the orange trim on there. So both teams utilize the orange and blue, but vastly different looking uniform structure and setup on there. Settle in, bring the barbecue in, sit down by the TV, and it's time for LCU Wildcats Football on 446 Sports and the Wildcat Sports Network. No ambiance mics necessary tonight. This band is loud. The crowd is pumped up. And look, they must have been tailgating outside because we were looking around and there wasn't a big crowd in here probably just 30 minutes ago. There certainly is now. Kickoff set for 6 p.m., and it does look like we're going to make that. Looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem. So again, we won't have the scoreboard because the scoreboard is not working tonight. The one here in the venue. So we'll keep it kind of manually as we get updated with it. We'll do that for you. But big shout out to the folks here at Langston who've been very welcoming to us from the moment that we walked on campus about some 4 hours ago. It's just been it's been nothing but helpfulness and kindness, and man, what a great group.
Student athletes and fans an opportunity to honor our country and celebrate its principles. Today we honor America and play the national
We're going to
anthem.
step back and take a pause with them too.
Remove your hats as we honor America and the playing of the national anthem, performed by the Langston University Marching Pride under the direction of Dr. Mark Gordon.
Well, what a tremendous job there, Dr. Mark Gardner and the Langston Marching Pride doing a tremendous job to get things going, getting these fans excited about it. And we are ready for football here from Langston, Oklahoma.
Once again, fans, want to remind you that the scoreboard is inactive today.
First time that I have been back to Oklahoma since 1970, as a matter of fact. And yes, that means that that's the year I was born. Born here in Oklahoma, not far from here. I don't know where it was at. It was in Lawton, so I don't know where that's at compared to we are. But met somebody here from Lawton today. So there you go. Ready to get things going are the Lions of Langston. Teeing things up is number 47. That's Octavio Resendez. Resendez will approach, foot to ball, and we are underway. That kick is up and going to come up to the near side and grab that. Ball is fumbled around, and Langston with an opportunity to fall on it, and they will. And that's just about the worst thing that you could have happen right away. That was off the hands of Darrell Walden, the freshman receiver from Shreveport. And man, Langston just That was recovered by Jonathan Strouder. And my goodness, that is probably worst fears realized for the Cats, and that defense is going to be tested right here. Coming out at quarterback is Aiden Hooper. That's not what we saw on the depth chart, but Hooper is there. Hooper calls for it. Handoff goes right up the middle, trying to break off to the left side. A good job of pursuit and tackle there by Kendall Rowan. Able to
pick up 1 yard on the play. Second down, 9. Upcoming for the Lions.
Second down and 9 now for Langston. That is Booker, True Booker, that's back there. There's a quick snap throw over to the near side. Complete and down. They're going to give him 5 on that one, so it'll be third down.
Third down, 5.
Third down and 5 here. You got to believe if the Cats can hold to just a field goal attempt here, that's going to be. And then look, I hate a moral victory even the term that way, but you give up the ball in the opening kickoff, and if you can hold to just a field goal attempt, you got to be excited about that. Handoff goes. No, actually, it's play action, and boy, hit hard, and the helmet knocked off of the quarterback there, Hooper. Boy, that was just tremendous pressure from the offside by the Wildcats. And in fact, they are going to hold to the potential field goal attempt. That is Octavio back in there. He had the kickoff to start with. The snap is there. Kick is up, and it is no good. So the Wildcats survive the fumble, and they will turn over and get this thing after the missed field goal. They'll have it first down and 10. That's just a huge early opportunity for the Cats to stiffen up defensively, and they did just that. That's not going to make Coach Ben any happier that they have it on the second possession instead of the first, but tip your hat to the Wildcat defense right there. We'll see who comes out at quarterback, and that looks like Bryce Perkins. It is Perkins that will get the start at quarterback.
16, Bryce Perkins, the quarterback for the Wildcats.
Datelin Cunningham will be the eye back. 3 receivers stacked to the near side, 1 to the top. Perkins is just going to keep it himself. We saw him score on a play like that last week against McNeese for his first collegiate touchdown.
Pick up 1 on the play.
Second down and 9 for the Cats, and they'll go with that tempo that they like to do. Perkins calls for it. Cunningham's going to get his first opportunity off the right side. Puts his head down, bangs forward over the 25. They'll give him the 27, and it's going to be third down and 3. Datelin, another one of those from the central Louisiana area, of course, from Alexandria Senior High. And quickly, they will get back to the line of scrimmage, staying with a similar set, not changing much on their play action, and that's going to send Perkins rolling around. Got a man wide open across the middle and heading down. He's at the 30, 25, and slung down at the 21-yard line. And watch for the Cats to hustle down there. That is E.J. Scott. E.J. Scott doing a good job of coming back and getting that one. Cunningham now again has it. He cuts back into the inside, and he's going to get another 6. But the Cats there before the yard marker, the yard before the sticks are even set. They're hustling down. Second down and 7, and they will get a timeout. Will Langston. So to reset, if you're just now joining us, Langston won the toss, elected to defer. They kicked off and just unable to hang on to it were the Cats. They hold Langston to a field goal attempt that goes wide left, and a couple of good runs by Cunningham, but a big shot over the top to E.J. Scott. Folks back home certainly familiar with those two, as they were both Alexandria Senior High products. Cunningham a little longer ago. Cats looking good offensively in this. Second down now and 6, let's give them. Motion to the near side. That's EJ once again. EJ's going to take it.
The pass complete to
Pass is complete there. EJ's got it
number 4.
for maybe. Yeah, then I don't think they're going to give him anything on that.
Third down, 7.
EJ goes off, and that brings in Davis to the near side. They like to run the fade and let him go after the jump ball. He is just a big, solid wideout, number 0 in his first year with the Cats. Play action. What do you know? They're going over the top to Davis. Fighting for it. It's a 50-50 ball, but good defensive work down
The
there.
pass is incomplete. In defense for the Lions.
It looked like Tristan Smith was back there, yeah.
Tristan Smith.
So in a field goal opportunity now for the Cats as they stall inside the red zone, but that's going to bring Levi out for an opportunity to try this one. Hilburn has been, for the lack of the announcer jinx, has been pretty solid throughout his time here. Looking to get the first points on the board. This is officially a 35-yard attempt for Hilburn out of the hold of Perkins. Snap is back, kick is up. And he just hammers that one out onto the track out near the Oklahoma Power and Gas sign that is back there. Cats strike first, 3-0. We're back here to W.E. Anderson Stadium.
The Elite Connection.
And Cats had a good-looking drive and bogged down inside the red zone. Levi Hilborn field goal makes it 3-0 in this one.
1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
And we'll try to keep you updated on the time that's remaining on that, but don't know where we're going to get that.
Connection.
Hilborn will step back out there and get ready to do this for the first time today, the kickoff. He'll approach that, puts a foot into it, and drives that one back about the 5-yard line of it picked up there. Good hustle to the outside. That's 36, making his way out to the 36. That is Brown, Cynic Brown Jr.
Nick Brown Jr., the ball carrier for the Lions.
Go.
Another one of those out of Louisiana.
Brings the ball out to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Lions!
Look, when you can say the name of the team and sound like the team as well, tremendous work down there to our left on the PA.
Thank you very much.
Back to work goes Langston. Snap is back there. Handoff off to the left side, but there is Oglesby in that defense. Good penetration.
Ball carrier for the Lions. Booker. No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10. Coming.
Look, that defensive unit, the front 7, has just been really banging around. They played very solid against McNeese in the first half of that one before just getting what we think is worn down. Snap throw over to the right side. Instant tackle. Good work by Sullivan to come up and get that one.
On the reception.
Hamilton catches it for Langston, but Nate Sullivan comes up and does it. He'll give him 5 on that, make it 3rd down and maybe a long 4, short 5. But another 3rd down here. motion out to the far side, and that's just going to be a keeper up the middle, and that is about as good of a run as you could call and a play that you could call.
Langston University.
Prior to that, they send Booker out in motion, but Hooper just says, you know what, I'm going to take that myself, and does it. Snap is there, first down and 10. Looking over the top, trying to take the lid off of that defense as well, and just sails a little bit on the intended receiver, Hamilton. Hamilton's the one that had that catch off to the far side. So already seeing that Hooper's going to be a pretty good target for him. Second down and 10. We play here midway through the first, we believe.
Maybe 8 minutes, 8:45.
Right at midfield, 50-yard line. Quick toss over to the near side is complete. It's going to be out near a first down. That is complete to Landon Green. Green listed as a tight end, 5'11", 200, the senior out of Houston, Texas is where he calls home. Third down and 2. Hooper calls for it. Play action is going to call his own number once again, and the Cats are going to have to pay special attention to that. First down and 10 now is tempo. We told you that this was the case. I don't think, because it was a short field, Langston didn't really have an opportunity to do this, but both of these teams are going to go up and down the field as quick as they can, it looks like. Hooper back to pass once again. This one to the near side, but out of bounds. That was intended for Gerald Martin. Martin, another one of those Louisiana products here playing in Oklahoma. He's out of New Orleans. Second down and 10 once again for the Lions. Lions heading right to left as you're looking into the screen. Hooper back to pass. Now good protection on the right side. That one is lifted up. But I'm going to tell you, the work of the right tackle on that one, that time, I don't think let me see if I've got it. And that is Jacoby Reed that is out at right tackle. And it's been a battle between he and Jonathan Moore-Leday. Third down and 10 for the Lions. Pressure being shown, too, and they're going to come with it. A little bit of a hold, nothing called there. Got a man over the middle, and it's picked off. Voorhees has that one, and just playing center field out there, really. And so the missed field goal we won't call as a turnover, but that's 2 possessions that end empty.
First and 10, Wildcats.
Well, 2 big defensive stands by there. And, when we had media day, we were out there visiting with a lot of them, and a lot of focus is on this offense, and we kind of nudged them a little bit and said, hey, what do you do when they say that this is just an offensive team? Well, they've shown you on back-to-back possessions here. Perkins back out there at quarterback. Handoff's going to go right up to the middle, and good shifty running by Cunningham that'll net him 5 yards.
Coming in the ball carrier for the catch.
Datelin, just a big power running back. But they've got a stable of them, too. They run the ball well, do these Cats, from 2 or 3 different players. Cunningham this time is met by the interior line of the Lions.
On the run. Stopped by the interior of the Lions. So he's third down.
Looked like big 61 clogging things up there in the middle. That is Alseem. It's a young man out of Miami, Florida. They're going to have contact, so that'll be 5 yards. Boy, that just changes the playbook a lot. Get in and see officially what they're going to call. All right, it is going to be offsides.
Offside, with contact on the defense, number 94, 5 yards, third down.
Let me tell you, third down and 7 versus third down and 2. You can, or third down and 1. You can look up all the statistics you want. That changes the playbook dramatically. Perkins has an opportunity to keep this one himself, too. Similar to what Hooper's been doing. Perkins calls for the ball. Instead, Datelin's going to have it, and he is met by a bevy of defenders for the Lions.
Number 23, the ball carrier, And the interior of the defense says, nope. 4th down, upcoming.
Give him a loss of 2. Boy, that was short yardage. And this is one of those situations that Coach Ben will roll the dice and go for it. 4th down here and 3 for the Cats. Big moment early on in this one. Look like they may be trying. And they will let the clock run down, but they'll still, yeah, they're going to get 3-2-1, and Coach Ben will get a timeout there. Trying to get a free 1st down, not going to happen. Good defensive discipline by this Langston Lions team. And it is timeout LC. We'll be back with it right after this. Freshman kicker Preston Baker out of Gonzales, Louisiana, will make his way out onto the field. Ten men up within 5 yards of the football. The lone return man is back deep. The rugby-style run to the near side, and that's not what you wanted out of that one at all, as it sails about 10 yards out of bounds, and that's going to give Langston the ball 1st down and 10 in plus territory. Well, and the official just continues to go down the field. And so what they do there is the referee stands back, and he sees where it goes, and he runs the side judge up. But it looks like that old game, if y'all remember, off The Price is Right, that little cliffhanger dude that would just keep going, and you'd hear him yodeling as he went. He keeps going and fell off the cliff at about the 36-yard line, and that is just tremendous field position for this Langston Lions team. They trail it 3-0, but this is the best starting. Well, no, it's not the best starting one. They had that fumble on the kickoff, did the Cats, that had Langston in great position. But how many times can you keep denying Langston in this one? Defense has to step up again. Hooper goes off to the right side, trying to go get it all right here, unable to do so. And that's just tremendous coverage down the right side by Jason Coleman Jr.
2nd down, 10.
This is where we've seen Hooper take the ball and just run. They've started to utilize his legs a little bit more than they did on that opening drive. Again, a short field, you couldn't do it as much. But watch for something. This is where we've seen Aiden Hooper just take off and run with it. Instead, it's a snap throw. Good tackle coming up and down to the 30-yard line. Tackle is going to be made by Kylan Polk. 3rd down and 4 now from the 30-yard line. A quick fake, and there's that same pass, same result. And it's going to be enough for a 1st down. It'll get them to the 25-yard line. They are seeing something in this Wildcat defense that just has them set off. And it's kind of one of those, we'll take what you give us. If you're going to play off our receiver, we're going to get it to him real quick. But it's been a good, quick fake by Hooper. Hooper now this time just a straight drop going over the middle. Too tall to call, and that one goes harmlessly into the end zone, and there's a mouthpiece on the ground somewhere out there.
Second down 10, upcoming for the Lions.
2nd down and 10 following the incompletion. Hooper calls for the ball, looks to the right side this time. Quick slant, is complete right in front of Coleman, who's going to be there for the tackle, but not before a big, healthy gain of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
I think you pick up the Gerald Martin.
Martin on the reception. Watch for that little quick hitch, maybe to the other side. Instead, it's a handoff coming to the left. A lot of room over there, and he's going to run for another Langston Lion 1st down.
Number 32, the ball carrier for the Lions. Booker.
Just good running by True Booker. True Booker, the junior running back out of Frisco, Texas, has been solid in this one. He's going to get it again. Oh, good shifty move to just kind of a jump cut back into the inside. And Langston easily their best offensive series of this game. And just what is their 3rd possession of it? Handoff once again, and the Cats have no answer for the running game. Good job of coming up and making a tackle that time, though, from the DB spot there is Colin Polk, the safety out of Laurelville.
No gain on the play. 3rd down, 7.
3rd down and 7. Cats would love to hold to another field goal opportunity. Langston wants nothing to do with that. Going to be a free play here. Hooper's going to looks to keep it himself, knocks that one away, and I'm looking to see if there's a flag, and I don't see it. So, not a free play. It's an incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down now, and that will give one more opportunity to Resendez, the junior kicker out of Clarksville, Texas, trying to even things up.
28-yard field goal attempt.
Snap back, kick is up, and that one is blocked by the Cats.
The kick is blocked.
And that is so a miss and a block and an INT. And the Cats defense says, I don't think so. One more time. They'll turn it back over to that offensive unit. We'll see if they can get something going when we come back. Oh for 2 in the red zone for Langston. Have ended in 2 missed field goals, 1 blocked, 1 missed, and an INT that was thrown from just outside of the red zone. That one thrown over and complete. And none other than E.J. Stop Route Scott comes up and gets that one. Big shout out to those folks back in Wildcat country that are watching this one. Couple of texts on those, and we appreciate those. Run off to the far side. New running back in there for the Wildcats. That is 37. That's Tateris Johnson. We saw him run the ball very well. Johnson, that freshman out of St. Francisville, Westfell. Perkins back in there, quarterback, has it. Little play action, throws that one, and boy, just wise by Butler to pull up out of that one, because that was thrown right in between two Lions defenders. But I'm telling you what, as unfortunate as it's been for the Lions due to some good pressure, their defense has played solid. I think save for that big pass over the top to EJ, this thing would be scoreless. You got 2 stacked receivers to the near side. One slot is Scott. 1 receiver in the bear, 1 running back in the backfield. Perkins, play action. He's got a spin around now. Getting some time, trying to buy it, and just dropping down in the zone to the 35-yard line. And that is going to be complete for a Wildcat first down. Xavion Butler out of Bossier City, Louisiana, pulls that one in. Again, go to the comment section and let us know where you're watching from back home and hear who you're cheering for, Wildcat fans. Handoff goes up the middle. Let me tell you, that one was blown up by the Langston Lions, Jacoby Johnson, who came on pressure there and really Really did it. I believe we're under a couple of minutes here in the first, I think, is where it's got to be. 3-0 LCU leads this one on the Hilburn. That ball is on the ground. Cat's got a fall on it, and still haven't done it yet, and it looks like Langston may have come up with it, and that was just a good hit defensively. Knocked the ball right out of the hands. Cats do hang on to it, but it's going to be 3rd down and long. This is one of those that you have to look screen or draw because you know that Langston will be coming after you.
The big guy, Wilson, number 90 for the Lions, in on the tackle. And the
Well, very, very fortunate break. The Cats have dodged several bullets. Quickly running on late is Jaden Wells. Boy, you play so many young players. Split out far as Johnson. That's the first time we've seen him today split out as a wide receiver. You see him at the edge of the screen. Cats go 5 wide. Perkins likes to hang on to this one. Back to pass. He's going to throw it over the top, looking for EJ once again, but just overshoots the sophomore wide receiver.
Upcoming for the Wildcats.
And that will bring Preston Baker back out there once again. Back deep to receive for the Lions, number 35, is Rorick Hawkins, junior return man out of Houston, Texas. Just pretty good defensive battle between these two, just turning into one of those defensive slugfests when we thought it was going to be an offensive battle. These teams are getting after it defensively. That punt just gets away. Not a great punt, but a lot better than the last one, and that puts the ball down into minus territory. Plus, minus territory if you are a Langston Lion, and that's where they'll get things going here. Again, we're in the first quarter of play here. Scoreboard inoperative. They had a power surge on it. Had to replace a couple of the light banks here. That big pole that you see at the top of your screen, there was a lift, and the guys were up at the top of that one when we got here. And I was like, well, I'm glad my job is to announce and your job is to go up there and fix those lights because they would not have been fixed if I was in charge of that. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. They have it from the 36-yard line. Hooper in at quarterback where he's been throughout. Snap throw. Boy, that's been the one that's effective, but that was just dropped in and out of the hands of number 28. That is Landon Green. Green unable to secure it. Wouldn't have been a big gain, but it does stop the clock. And those are the kind that you just want to make sure that you secure. Cats defense creeping up just a little bit. Snap is back. No, boy, he had to pump fake on that one to the far side. That one was really the timing on it was broken up, and they think that may be close to the end of the first quarter. But following the incomplete 3rd down and 9. (18 and 17 on the play clock. Back to pass goes Hooper once again. He's pressured, but I've got plenty of time over the middle. But good work back defensively by David Voorhees III. Remember, he's the one that had the INT a little bit earlier. So, again, the Cats answer the bell. That was back there with him was Brandon Johnson II. This Cats defense has responded when they've needed to. New return man back for the Cats. That is Darius Washington. D-Dub is back deep to receive for the Wildcats. True freshman from Alexandria. That kick is high, and Darius quick enough to get in there and call a fair catch. But a penalty flag is going to be thrown, and that may have some sideline implications, but there's 2 flags that are thrown, so we'll see.
Stand by. There's laundry on the lawn.
If it's there, that lets you think maybe it's some holding. they're just a number of things. And we'll try to get it sorted out. So referee has it too. So there's looks like my house when my wife's gone for a week. A lot of laundry on the floor. She doesn't like when I use that joke because, yeah, she doesn't. Still looking for some clarification here.
On the offense, 12 men on the field. Illegal substitution on the defense, 12 men on the field.
Let me tell you, in all my years, and I've been doing this, guys, about 30 years, I've seen a lot of offsetting penalties in my days, but never two. Never has there been an offsetting illegal participation. But you know what? If you're playing with the same number, is it really a penalty?
Right.
Shouldn't be. Let them run what they brung. Let's go.
And why do they call them apartments when they're so close together?
I just look. You can't beat fun at the old ball game. I'm telling you. Resendez back to put a foot into this one again. D-Dub puts his heels about the 20-yard line. He is electric when he gets the ball in his hands. High snap, nearly blocked again. Cats did a good job of not doing anything. Darius is going to come all the way up. He has to run up 12 yards to catch that one. And Washington will do that. And the Cats will have it 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. And look, you just have to – you can't put a price tag on being able to go up there and field that high kick with people running at you. D-Dub does a good job of calling for the fair catch early and securing that one. Here we go. 1st down and 10 for your Wildcats from the 32-yard line, it looks like. Yeah, 32. Perkins sends motion. Right over the middle it goes, but just overshoots a wide open Jaden Wells. Tight end seam route there, just snuck out, and nobody was on him. You got to put a little air under that one and go. Well, Perkins wish he had that one back. There's no doubt. A lot of folks tuning in, watching this one back home. Took a long time to get here. We were at the airport, gosh, about 4 o'clock this morning. Flew into Tulsa, drove the rest of the way. Did the hokey pokey and turned ourselves around, and here we are in a battle. 2nd down and 10, first quarter action. Cats lead this one 3-0. Big punishing run up the middle, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Follows that 5-yard run. It will be 3rd down when they switch sides of the field and come back. We'll see the second quarter. Wildcats lead it 3-0. You are watching LCU football right here on 446 Sports. We are back getting ready to start things off here. It's been a pretty evenly matched game. Yards are not coming easily in this one. Doug Gann with 446 Sports starting things off here in the second quarter of play. Cats switch over. They've got 3rd down and 5. Perkins back to pass. Going to jump off the little drag route. Complete to the near side now, making a man miss. And good work by Amarius Davis to go down and get that 1st down. And you see him he wears that number 0. That is a number of distinction for the Wildcats. A number of All-Americans have worn that over the last several seasons. And to have somebody get it in their 1st year here is great. Well, that's just a good play right in front of us by Jacoby Johnson, who goes up and gets that one. That Langston Marching Pride band right under us really, really gets after it. They do such a good job. Official on the far side is going to come in and talk about this one.
Once again, fans, we want you to support the Lion Band, the Langston University Marching Choir, as they've already racked up several hundred miles of travel to be in the Labor Day Battle of the Bands. And in my opinion, they won. Secondly, give to the, not to the host, but to the
They're going over to talk to the band and let them know that you can't play when the play's going on. So went over, and that's what the stoppage is there. Much to the dismay of the crowd up here. I get it. Look, let the band play. That's how, home field advantage is home field advantage. You're supposed to be able to create that environment. Needless to say, they roll the clock. 2nd down and a long 9 here. Cats have it plus territory from the 49-yard line. Back to Perkins. Kind of a mixed play there. Looking for Davis again, who gets hit after that one.
0 for the Lions. Mostly in defense. 3rd down, 9.
No gain. Clock stops. 3rd down and 9. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon here, turning to evening in Langston, Oklahoma. That view from the press box over the back, that skyline, you can see for miles out there, and it just looks really good. 3rd down and a long 9. Play action once again. I don't think it really held anybody up. Going down the sideline and trying to make that, but just so solid defensively by number 41, Tristan Smith. Trace Williams, the Bill Chase Jr. was there, and that'll bring the punt team on, and they'll try to play a little field position battle here. The Cats have had to have some tough defense, as a lot of possessions from Langston have started in Wildcat territory. They'd like to flip that over here and play on their end of the field for a little while. Well, that one drive made it 3-0 in a game that saw about 60 points in it last year. Has got 3. Snap back, kick is up. Doesn't get to turn over, but we'll get it to check up. And that's one of those get away, go get it and go. And, boy, that's just tremendous running down the sideline. He goes one man to beat. Does not do it. Coming across and making that tackle. Trace McHugh comes up and gets that one. Goodness gracious. And we talked about flipping the field. And the only one that flipped the field. This will be the 4th possession.
It'll be 1st and 10, Lions.
4th possession that the Langston Lions have started a drive inside the 35. That's the bad news. The good news is it's been an INT and 2 missed field goals. Cats defense hustles back out there. They'll hold them up just a minute from the Lions and getting things going, and we're ready to get going. Hooper looking over things defensively. Booker in the backfield with him, takes it out. That may not be Booker.
Every long care for the Lions. Hamilton.
That's number 11, so that's Hamilton that does that. We saw him catch the ball a couple of times in this one already. Hamilton now gets it left side and gashing the interior on those two plays. He picks up 5 yards each run. We'll give him 3 on that one.
Third down.
Looked like he had made it a little bit further. Big 3rd down and 2 again, and they start to creep up a little bit, does that Langston offense. Handoff now to the right side. Good. Had an opportunity for the tackle in the backfield, but is not going to be there. And Hamilton, 3 big runs. Come diving in was the safety 38, Trace McHugh, and he was unable to get to it. And here comes Langston, and you just wonder how many more times this Wildcat defense can answer the bell. Again, the scoreboard not working, so the clock is not being kept. 3-0, though, is that McHugh will rush off and get away before the play. In a game that's seen a lot of things, including an offsetting illegal participation penalty. Boy, I'm telling you, this Langston Lion running game is really starting to get going. Hooper and company will go tempo again, and they're starting to smell the end zone in this one. They've been held out of it 3-0 so far, but looking to get on the board. Motion goes, and watch for Hooper to keep it up the middle. Just busts through the line, and he's going to be in. But a penalty flag there, and that may be a hold to where that came in, because it looked like for Hooper to be able to get through there that quick. And indeed, it is going to be holding on the interior line of the Lions.
After the 10-yard mark off,
Well, just such impressive running by Hooper, but some will tell you, well, he was able to get in because the defender was held, but we've seen the body of work. Needless to say, the Cats defense have another opportunity at it. Still 1st and goal. This time it's back to the 16-yard line. Play action there, and there's that slant pass, or that little hitch that we saw a couple of times back to back. That one was complete to Gerald Martin. Got,
the 8-yard line.
and it looks like the helmet stuck to the shoulder pads over there is what. Yeah, and you had to have the helmet come off, but the helmet of Brandon Johnson II was stuck to the shoulder pads of the Langston Lion receiver. And I'll put that right up there with the offsetting illegal participation penalties. And, man, what else are we going to see in this one?
The official timeout. 2nd down goal.
2nd down and goal for the Langston Lions. Cats defense looking to make yet another stop in this one. Man in motion again, and that means Hooper time up the middle. Spins around. This time it is in to the end zone. So they'll hold on to the band strike for just a moment. 3rd down and goal inside the 1. And I think everybody thought he was into the end zone.
Challenges.
Expect Hooper to keep this one again. Does not.
Yeah, I think he got that. No.
Looking for a signal, and he stopped shy of the goal line once again. That's going to be 4th down. And look, this Wildcat defense. And look, that's a little bit of the problem when you go shotgun all the time. You see in Philly, and you see a lot of places, they get under center and run that tush push. And from the shotgun, you can't really do it. 4th down opportunity for the Cats here to make another big stand. This is a crucial moment in this one, Cats fans. Hooper calls for the ball. Here comes pressure rolling around, and that's going to be caught in the end zone.
Strike up the pen, man! Touchdown, Lions!
First points of the board for Langston. It comes on a touchdown pass from Hooper. They're going to have a flag. They went for 2 on it, did not get it, but we'll see what the penalty is. This one looks like it may be on the Cats. Right at 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play. Penalty looks like it's going to be on the Wildcats, and they'll retry the PAT. Penalty is called on Polk. It'll be half the distance, and they'll retry. On for the PAT. This time that kick is up, and it is good. 7-3, 9:27 to go, and the Lions have the lead in this one. 7-3 in this one. We are back to Langston University here in Oklahoma. Beautiful, sprawling campus here. A lot of improvements going on now also. 3 stacked of 3, and that kick is away. Come up and field that one. Only the second kickoff. First one was fumbled. Now getting to the outside, spinning around. Good work. Hitting the circle button. Continues to spin. And that's just a pretty good run back that time by the Wildcats. Number 82, Walden. Walden steps up. And Coach Ben will tell you there's just a lot of young players on this team. They start more freshmen and sophomore than they do juniors and seniors. Wildcats will have it first down and 10 from the 34-yard line now. First time in this game they have trailed.
Grambling State 0, Ohio State 70.
New quarterback in for the Wildcats. That is PJ, Phillip Jones II. Jones comes from Chandler, Arizona. In the backfield with him is Mosby. PJ going over the top, and that one is intercepted, but a flag is going to bring that one. We'll see if that is defensive pass interference.
Okay, cool.
So penalty is going to be on the Cats.
So there's interception on the play, and flag on the field.
Interception. PJ, his first pass that he throws is picked off.
There's no penalty for defensive holding. Result of the play, first down, Langston University.
So they waive the defensive holding off, and that's going to be the second So Langston again in good field position. Cats just have not been able to get anything going save for that first field goal that was made. But that even was a stalled drive. Over to the near side now. That is complete, and that's that little drop-down pass and catch that we saw. Gerald Martin has that one.
Final from Eugene, Oregon. Oklahoma State University 3. Oregon Ducks 69.
A lot of big point differences being put up. Boy, good penetration in the backfield. That is tremendous work.
10, Christian Doyle on the stop.
Christian Doyle and Wilson Hebert just firing in back there to get that. Third down and 10 following the incompletion and then following that big stop in the backfield. They're going to be offsides.
Hooper's pass complete.
Everyone called that one.
Hooper's pass complete to number 17.
So it'll be declined. It'll be a first down. The result of that play is 12 yards down to the Wildcat 40.5-yard line, if you will. About 8.5 to go until halftime. Don't forget, stick around. Coming up at halftime, it is halftime.
It'll be first and 10. Langston.
First and 10 for the Lions. They are marching, looking to cap off another drive. They lead this one 7-3, scored.
On defense, that's just a slide, go to the play, first down.
Did I already say that?
Getting confirmation on what we all saw. First down and 10 for the Lions.
Start the clock up.
Looking over things now. Calls for the ball. Handoff up the middle.
Ball carrier
Good
number
job of
32.
hanging on defensively and getting that is Isaiah Joles.
Richard, 32 for the Lions.
Freshman defensive end out of Oak Grove. Oak Grove up there around the northeast portion of Louisiana, always a powerhouse, and I think they may have as many state titles as anybody does. Back to pass goes.
Oh, got it, I think.
Hooper, side arms.
Hooper throws this one just exactly where he had to throw it. Gerald Martin on the reception, and that is a completion of 7. It'll make it third down and 3. Looking back, boy, things have gotten eerily quiet in here as this game nears halftime. I guess we're about halfway through the second is where we're at. That handoff goes up the middle. It's going to be another first down.
Handoff to number 32 for the Lions.
And what you're starting to see is that secondary offensive line being established on the run. And you hear us talk about that often. But that offensive line is pushing the defensive line back just a couple of yards. This time there's pressure, but back to pass right through the hands, and possibly could have been a penalty called there.
Hooper's pass incomplete. There's a flag on the field.
From the far side is where that flag was thrown, so we'll see.
On the offense, number 55.
Offensive holding is whistled on Langston this time. Victor Cantor is responsible for that, freshman offensive lineman. And these two teams just not doing anything really to get momentum. You score by the Cats early, and they weren't able to continue on anything. Langston now shooting themselves in the foot as well. Motion again. Hooper likes to come this side, and he does. Good wall of blockers out there. Boy, what a big-time stop to come up and hit.
Number 17, Hamilton.
I tell you, easily one of the hardest hitters on the team is Nate Sullivan, the senior quarterback out of St. Francisville. Handoff goes to the near side. A little stiff arm, but nothing doing there. And coming up and making a big-time play was Trace McHugh.
Hamilton, another Hamilton.
Wow. And McHugh's going to have to come off because the helmet came off. Came off because there was a pretty heavy stiff arm that was thrown there. That's just textbook on both sides of it, too. 3rd down and 13. Hooper back to pass now, surveying things, trying to go over the top. Got a man. Good job defensively, back over the top of it. And look, that's a pretty good couple of downs, the last 2 for Sullivan. Able to get back there. I think that ball might have been a little bit underthrown. And if not, Sullivan might not have had an opportunity. But Resendez will be back in there to try to kick it away. And no returners back for the Wildcats as they're just looking at a pooch, a fake, or whatever it is. And that one is kicked off to the side. And I don't think you could go down there and throw it down any better than what it was right there. Cats will be pinned down deep inside their 10. They'll start at the 8-yard line with about 6 minutes to go. Wildcat fans, don't forget, your Wildcats are coming home next week. They will be there next week. It'll be the home opener for LCU. Make sure that you come out and do that. You can almost hear Randy James, the voice of the Wildcats, asking who's got that Wildcat spirit. You can almost hear it. Phillip Jones back in there at quarterback. His last pass was picked off. This time it's a handoff to the far side, rumbling through, and that one is going to be a pickup of 7 on it. That's Mosby that has that, freshman out of Plaquemine. Going to do it again. Mosby's going to do it, but it'll be a false start. It'll be a false start against the Wildcats. And again, we talked about the playbook changing so much. 2nd and 3 versus 2nd and 8 is such a difference.
The 5-yard mark brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Especially when you're back deep inside your own red zone, if you will. Ball marked at the 10-yard line, but that'll get the ball right back to Mosby, who is not stopping running.
Mosby, the ball carrier.
He'll get the penalty yardage back, but that's about it. 3rd down and 2, though, now, and that makes a big difference in this one. PJ calls for it. Handoff will go once again to Mosby, and once again, he knifes his way through that line and picks up a 1st down, and that'll allow this Wildcat team to go tempo following that 1st down pickup. Looks like a cramp on the field, and so they'll hold on to this one. Officials timeout on it. We'll be back. Following the injury timeout, the Wildcats back on the field. They'll have it 1st down and 10.
We'll take the field at halftime, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. The highly anticipated Super Bowl rematch. The event will be televised and expected to draw an audience of 89,000
PJ
people.
surveys things over. They'll start the clock now. Handoff, why not, right up the middle, and that has just been the answer on this drive. Continuing to grind, and we'll get down to the 37-yard line and another Wildcat 1st down. And here comes tempo. Mosby, very impressive. The young man out of Plaquemine, like we told you, just 5'7", but gets to the line of scrimmage so quick. Play action this time, going over the top. That's EJ. EJ's getting the jersey tug and nothing.
The pass incomplete.
EJ looks back at the near side official and nothing there.
There is a flag on the field.
It was called from the far side. I see the flag over near the Wildcat side of the field. That one is, if they're going to call a hold from over there, it was the right call. But, man, we'll see what the... And look, I'll tell you, it was absolutely the right call, but you don't often see it on the far side of the field. But sometimes angles, and that's what these crews getting together and helping each other out is certainly what you want to see. We have probably about 4.5 minutes to go until halftime in this one. That Langston Marching Pride making their way down, and they're just mighty in numbers. A lot of folks going down there for this halftime performance. Jones calls for it now. It's going to be a handoff to Mosby, who spins around, ducks under, and will not be denied. Battle going on between Jackson of LCU and 92 Pierce of Langston. 2nd down and 7. Ball on the ground. Jones just tried to hang on to it too long. Wildcats look like they'll have it back. But that was an option, a run pass option that was on there, and he tried to leave it in the breadbasket of Mosby just as long as he could. And that's the penetration of that Langston defense caused that change. Trace Williams will come back in at wide out. EJ goes over to the far side with Davis, and Williams will come to this side.
Oh, no.
Stand by. There's Laundry on the lawn.
Going to be offsides against Langston, lining up in the neutral zone, encroachment there. And
offsides on the defense. The 5-yard mark off will make it 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5. It was great to visit with those guys when we flew in together today. Look, folks at home, don't run me out of here. Look, you don't understand the fun in the press box. 3rd down and 5 for the Cats. Mosby's going to have it up the middle again. He has to break off to the left side again. First man contact, but that's going to bring up 4th down, and you know the Cats are going to go for it here.
4th down and 2 upcoming for the Wildcats.
Come on, gotta stop him here.
Gotta get a stop.
Everybody coming in to play that run. Why not give it to Mosby once again? Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It is Mosby up the middle, Mosby up the middle, Mosby up the middle on this one. 2:55 to go until the break. And there is going to be... We'll be back after this timeout before I fall out of my chair. Back to the field we go. 7-3. Langston leads this one in a defensive battle. But both teams, the last couple of drives, have been able to run the ball a little bit better. And it's been bringing in new running backs a little bit quicker to the hole. This is Mosby that's still in there. Jones hasn't really held on to one. He does this time. Back to pass he goes. Going over the top. just overthrown, but
No.
in the end zone there is going to be a pass interference in the end zone. Little bit of jawing going on between E.J. Scott and
Number 21.
Kyvion Perkins, and he's the one that gets whistled for the foul. And he's luckily there wasn't anything added on to it too, because when you continue it, it's okay for a little jawing. I mean, nobody minds. It's football. Football is that type of a sport, but just have your say and then back out. He got lucky that he didn't get anything added on to it, but it is 1st down and 10 for the Cats.
After the 15-yard mark, it'll be 1st and 10. Wildcats. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ball rests at the 22-yard line for LCU. Jones calls for it, high snap, but corrals it. Ducking to the outside and getting just a couple. Datelin is back in the game. Good work by Mosby on all of that. That is a 3-yard pickup for Cunningham. 2nd down and 7. High snap, but again corralled by Datelin. And the shiftiness of Mosby was able to get in and move, but Datelin has been finding tough sledding there.
That's it. 2 minutes.
2-minute stoppage here as the Cats are inside the red zone.
Or is it hurt? I thought it was a 2-minute warning. Both.
It's an injury that is down on the field for Langston. And as we do, we'll get the camera off of that. Just after 7 o'clock here in Oklahoma. And hard to believe that this has only been about an hour-long first half. These two have been battling each other pretty intently. Started with that first kickoff for LCU when they fumbled it, but that defense has answered the challenge. But this is one of those times you need the offense to go in there and pay that effort off. 3rd down and 7 as night starting to make its way into W.E. Anderson Stadium. Shadows are just about all over. So it was a little both. It was the 2-minute timeout and it was the injury timeout. So that's why you'll see now they call the injury timeout and have to take it. And it looks like they're turning them around. They are. So they're going to have to take the next timeout now.
Saturday, October the 11th, during the parade and tailgate party in the stadium. Cheering on your Langston University football.
Been a great time here in Langston, and we are just nearing halftime here, guys. 7-3, Langston leads this on that touchdown pass that Hooper had.
W.E. Anderson Stadium.
Just a reminder that Langston deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. So you certainly, if you're a Cats fan, want to get the ball into the end zone somehow and not give the Lions an opportunity to open this thing up a little bit. This is like a pitcher's duel. I mean, runs at a premium. Points are at a premium in this one.
The Langston University marching pride in the direction of Dr. Mark Gordon.
We'll come back to action now, and you'll see the Wildcats have it once it quits shaking as much.
It's
3rd down and let's say 6, I think. I don't believe it's quite 7. 3rd down and 6 in the shadow of the end zone.
It's 3rd down.
Mosby back in there and continuing not to go down. It's going to make it 4th down and 2, and you got to believe that Coach Ben wants these points. And it'll be 4th down, and don't believe that he will trot Levi out there for an attempt here. Again, we've seen
All
the
right,
fade
fans,
in the
we
corner to
need
Davis.
fourth down. Let's make the noise for the boys.
2 people respond, and there's going to be offsides there.
My God.
That will be a free first down if it is offsides. You see some cheering from inside by Gavin Lilly, thinking that he's heard that it's going to be offsides. And it does, and that will be a first down for the Cats.
Outside on the defense, number 54. That penalty results in the first down.
They will mark the ball at the, where is it? If it's on the 10, it's first and goal. If it's just outside, the chains are up, so it's from the 11. They will, I don't know if there's another flag.
Yeah, he's a LCU graduate student. He needs 2 more hours to get his master's.
Van heading back home leaves shortly after the ball game. It'll be a good ride back with my friends out there.
Clock was running. The defending coach has the option of a 10-second runoff. He has declined the 10-second runoff. Still first down.
So the question there was, you had the opportunity for the 10-second runoff, and it is not taken. 1:23 remain in this, and Coach Ben and the Cats certainly want to utilize that time. First down and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. Boy, you get a look in the back of your screen at that picturesque backdrop here at Langston. Mosby, oh, PJ's got it, but he gets nowhere on that one.
Jones, the ball carrier.
You've got 3 receivers to the near side, and it's the height of Hawkins and Davis with not so much the height of EJ. May get lost over there. Instead, it's Mosby to the left side. He's going to be brought down. He got drugged down towards the end, and you got to keep an eye out on how that went. That's a bad tackle, but he hops back up. Third down now, and again, this goes back to what we talked about earlier. Was it at the 10 or the 11? Cats can still get a first down without getting into the end zone, but time is not on their side. Motion to the far side. PJ rolling. He'll zip that one in there, in and out of the hands, and boy, that was a good throw, one that's got to be caught. And that will bring up fourth down, and now you expect to see Levi trot out there, and you will, trying to get this thing back to a 1-point game.
Levi Hill, the kicker.
Levi already has one. He's got the 3 points for the Wildcats today. The only 3. That kick is up. And again, it's money from Levi. He gets that one to go 6 now for the Wildcats. 7-6, Langston leads this one. A little over a minute, maybe just a minute left. Actually, 15 seconds, so that's well less than a minute. This is one of those you take and you scrub that. Just a tick over 15 seconds remaining in this one. So it winding down towards the half.
Students, don't forget, coming up at halftime, the drawing for
Levi comes back out, and he is set to kick this one off. Look for some sort of a squib kick or whatever it is. You don't want an opportunity at any sort of return. Not a big one, not a small one, not any one at all. Coming up at halftime, we'll let you keep an eye on what's going on here. We will step away from the mic. It's on there, and when we come back, we'll have some highlights, some updates for you, some stats, if you will. A couple of games going on around the Sooner Athletic Conference and of importance, and we'll have some scores on that for you as well as Levi tees things up and sets to put a foot into this one. flag for offsides and then a flag for being kicked out of bounds. And of all the things that you want, so I wouldn't run off with the T just yet.
Free kick out of bounds. This is going to be money in the bank for the Lions.
Yeah, you take the kick out of bounds unless they have to enforce the offsides. We've seen that oftentimes. But there's no question which one you would take. The result of it much better because you'll almost run yourself out of time. And it looks like the defense is making their way out onto the field for LC. Boy, that Langston offense is already out there ready to pounce.
There's no penalty against the kicking team. Offside, kicking team, number 37. That penalty declined. Kick out of bounds on the kicking team. By rule, 30 yards from where we kick. First down, Langston University.
And look, kicking the ball out of bounds right there, I don't think not much different than the squib.
First and 10, Lions.
Again, not much better. Not much different than just a squib down the middle. You don't run off any time, but you don't allow a run back either. Hooper, they'll try to bust something on a draw, but coming inside, boy, good job.
Hamilton, the ball carrier.
That should run out the remaining couple of seconds in this one. 3 and 2 and 1 on the clock. They'd have to hurry, Will Langston. They won't do it. Yeah, that is the end of the first half, and that will do it here for one half of football. 7-6. Defensive battle going on here between the Wildcats and the Lions. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Delighted that you are here with us on this Saturday night. Wildcat fans, we are back getting ready for second half of this one. 7-6 in this ball game. Look, such an exciting halftime show. Probably one of the most, one of the best bands and halftime shows that I think we've seen in a lot of years. And Louisiana is rich in it with Sullivan and Grambling and the Golden Band from Tigerland. But let me tell you, this group, the Marching Pride of Langston, is solid as they come. And if you don't believe it, they'll be appearing at halftime of the Chiefs game next week on the way to going down and playing in the Pelican State down on the bayou for Mardi Gras. So great group of folks. As we told you, Langston won the toss, deferred, had that mishap did the Wildcats. Nothing comes out of it, but what that leads us is that Langston will receive the second half kickoff. Levi makes his way out, and the rest of that Cats kick team will do so. Not near the offensive output by the Cats this year that there was last year. That defense of Langston has tightened up. The defense of the Wildcats certainly up to the challenge over and over and over. I am Doug Gann. This is 446 Sports and the Wildcat Sports Network, and we are underway for the second half of football here from Langston, Oklahoma. Night begins to fall, foot to the ball, and we are underway here. Bounce around and out of bounds it goes, and back-to-back kickoffs that have went out of bounds, and so they'll move it 30 yards from where it was kicked, and Langston will start over in good field position once again. 7-6 in this one. Get back to our scoreboard that's updated, and you see that there. Again, the clock here in the stadium not working, but we're able to keep up with it on the clock up here, so that's a good one. We are ready to go. Boy, night is starting to fall. Full moon starts to make its way up over the visitor sideline. Man, oh man. Got to rush off. Boy, if they could have snapped it, probably could have caught the... Yep, you're going to have all sides. That's going to be a... Just...
There's laundry on the lawn.
And so the hat came off, too, from the official, which leads me to believe he threw another penalty, and it may be for the illegal block below the waist towards the tail end of that play. Now, the Cats were rushing somebody off, so when you throw the flag and you want to throw another penalty, you chunk your hat. Now, if you got a third one, I don't know if you kick a shoe off, but this one is why that official does not have his hat on.
I think he left it on the team bus.
Outside on the defense.
Yeah, that's just what we... And so it's unfortunate. It works out.
There's offsides on the defense, blocking below the waist on the offense. Those penalties will offset, and we'll rinse, ring, and do it again.
And
First and 10 Lions.
The bad thing about that, if you're a Lions fan, is that it didn't really have anything to do with the play. It was towards the tail end of it, but just a block down around the ankles, and one official called both of it. So there you have it. We're back to where we just were, first down and 10. Back to passes. Hooper, instead, he's going to take it. He finds the seam up the middle, giving chase and sliding in. He starts his slide at the 43-yard line, which means they'll mark it there. They don't mark it where he would have been. Second down and 2 for the Lions. Hooper's been pretty good game manager in this one, and going to get a false start. false start in this one against the Lions, and you go from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7 now.
Second down.
The 5-yard mark off, make it 2nd down, 7 for the Lions.
All the way back now to the 38-yard line, so I have to get to the 45. Here comes a blitz, picked up pretty well and going to try to run right back beside it. That is Hamilton. Well, he's made some big plays in this one. Mosby came on and did some solid running for the Wildcats as a change of pace, but Hamilton has done just that himself.
3rd down, 5.
3rd down and 5 for this Langston Lions team. Cat defense doesn't jump, and they'll switch and come up into a press coverage, at least to the near side they do. Dropping back out of it into coverage now are the Wildcats. Play action, snap throw. That's the one that's been so successful.
Get there.
Ball over across the 1st down marker, and my goodness, that is just absolute will out of that by Langley.
Good for another Langston University.
Down the right.
1st down.
Langley just would not be denied. It's 1st down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Back to pass now, looking near side, and that one is complete. Hooper just on the money. That one, Martin able to pull that in, and now you're starting to see a little bit of tempo. I don't know if it's necessarily tempo as much as it's no huddle. They hurry up there and get there, and that allows this defense not to be able to substitute. Hooper and that offense looking like they did on the scoring drive. They lead at 7-6.
Hold it.
That's going to go back to the play where if you are there, and Coach Ben McLaughlin on the forward side is saying that ball was untouchable or uncatchable, but you're not going to overcome a hold.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 21. 15 yards for the previous spot. 1st down.
And so you'll hear it a lot this year, but my take on that in college is the same as it is in high school. That's what you're teaching. If you're beat and the ball's going over your head, just grab. You'd rather take the 15 than give up the touchdown. And I don't like it either way, but that's the rule. Until that rule changes, you're going to see that taught from every team. And I don't care if it's NAIA, Division I, Division II, whatever it is.
Jackson on the breakup for the Wildcats.
2nd down and 10. Because in essence, you're trading 15 yards for a touchdown. And you'll take that every time. But the rule needs to go away. 2nd down and 10. Hooper. He's got 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Handoff is there to Hamilton. He's brought down by his numerical counterpart, Oglesby.
Oglesby, number 11 for the Wildcats, in on the stop.
Once again, Langston comes out with the same stack, or the same set there, 2 to the top, 2 to the near side.
Through the middle cut.
Going over the top once again, trying to split the defenders. Oh, that was close, too. Back deep in coverage there was Sullivan, and he was joined back there by Polk. And that's going to force a punt, perhaps. This is the 2nd punt that we've seen from Langston inside the 30-yard line. But, again, when you've held this high-powered offensive LC to just 6 points, 2 field goals, why not try to pin them deep? That one is kicked up high and bounce.
All right.
Checks up like my pitching wedge never does and is there at the 5-yard line. Cats have 95 yards to go to get back into this one. 12:05 remaining, so just 3 minutes gone here in this 3rd quarter of play. Night really beginning to take over in this thing. Beautiful sprawling campus out here. we're used to back home at LC. It's a pretty tight-knit thing with a lot of pine trees throughout the campus. Handoff up the middle, bouncing around. And Mosby, a correction, yeah. 23 is Datelin Cunningham that had that.
Pick up one on the play. Stopped by Pride of Lions. Second down, 9.
Cunningham has not had the success. Play action by Perkins, who's back in there at quarterback. That one's complete.
Perkins pass complete.
And once again, that is EJ Stop Route Scott, who has that one.
The recipient of the pass, first down. Okay.
They'll go tempo once again. Cunningham bangs up the middle for, they'll give him just 2 to the 19-yard line. So you're deep in your own territory when you get a first down and a couple of yards and you still haven't made it to the 20. That was just that impressive punt. It was down at the 5-yard line. We'll see what the Cats have in them here. Play action, not a big one, but enough to send them over the top. Got a man deep. Down to the 40, 30, and they're not going to get him off to the races. And that is a big-time pitch and catch to Butler, who's got it.
Touchdown.
I was off of that play action, and, man, that was just a big one off the arm of Perkins. Butler runs under that one, and goodness gracious. What a big-time play, and that puts the Cats back in the lead in this one. Hilburn on for the extra point attempt. 12-7 right now, PAT pending. Snap is back, hold is there, kick is up, and it is good. 13-7. Cats at the 10:52 mark.
10:52 remaining.
Get their first touchdown of the game, and what a mighty one it was.
13. Langston, 7. LU fans, Langston University, welcome.
Xavier Butler just never checked up at all. A little bit of a play action there to Cunningham in the backfield, and Xavier just flew down there. Perkins put it right where he needed to, didn't have to stop, didn't break stride. Big time pass and catch. Goes 81 yards on the touchdown. And my goodness, a 95-yard, 5-play drive. Testing 1, 2, he says. I know the scoreboard was bad. I didn't know the speakers were. 13-7. Cats lead this one following their first touchdown of the ball game. It comes, we told you, at the 10:03 mark in the third quarter. Hilborn set to put a foot into it. Does. That's kind of a sky kick over to the far side, gathered in at the 24-yard line, trying to prevent a big run back, and they do get in there and make something happen. Cat fans, don't forget, you got a home game next week. Make sure you make it out to Wildcat Stadium for that one.
Let me first and 10 Lions, the 29-yard line.
Lions will start this drive, their second of the second half from the 29-yard line. See what the Cats are able to do with this one defensively. 2 field goals and 1 big 81-yard touchdown. Handoff to the far side, up around the head, needing to tackle and finally get it done. That's just the shiftiness of Hamilton.
An explosive run out to the 35.
The full moon is making its way up over this Oklahoma sky. You get a good look at it on your screen there, and we'll get back to action. That's our view. That's what we're seeing. We saw that moon start to make its way up, and it's been a good-looking evening setting in on top of a beautiful day here. Big pressure up the middle. Ball is on the ground. There's going to be a scoop and a bobble, and to the house. Scoop and score for the Cats. Back-to-back touchdowns. Cats defense has been on fire all afternoon long, just giving up the one touchdown. The scoop, the score, and the Cats open up a 2-score lead. 19-7 now as Hilburn is on for the PAT. Having Oglesby come off, I don't know if he had some helmet issues or what it was. That's just too big. If you're Langston, you play so well for a half, then you give up the big touchdown pass and you have the scoop and score. And it was just good pressure dialed up defensively. Kick is up, and it's good. 20-7 now in this one. Cats, a little bit of breathing room, but man, what a couple of minutes. We are just 2.5 minutes into the third quarter, and the Cats have struck twice. And we are back here. Cats, we told you, scored twice offensively and defensively in the first 2.5 minutes here in the third quarter.
All right, come on.
All right, here we go, Ryan. Take us to the half. Homecoming 2023.
Hilborn set to put a foot into it again and goes with the little onside kick. Just hammered their ball on the ground. Cats trying to make something happen and steal a possession. Ouch. Well, he's over talking to Coach McLaughlin, so I don't know.
Yeah, this is like, how much time will it run off, you think?
Last like 120. No penalty for KPI. No penalty for KPI.
Kick catch interference is what he's saying there was no penalty for, because it had bobbled around initially. Cats defense, last time we were here, showed pressure, caused a fumble, scoop and score. Hooper now charged with getting Langston back in this one against a very solid Cat defense, and that's the way to do it. That short passing attack is what got them going in the first half. Second down and along 3, short 4 it looks like. Right in front of us, the 46-yard line. There's pressure again, but a good job of getting outside of it. And that's another Langston first down.
The run is good for Langston University. Touchdown!
2 receivers to the top, normal, 2 stacked to the near side. Handoff goes up the middle, and so do the Cats defense. Good looking work inside.
This quarterback could run the option.
Second down now and 11. Hooper back from the shotgun, and the Cats are back in coverage on this one. That one snapped across. You got to be careful on that now if you're Hooper, because you've zoned in on that and hadn't really shown a double move to them yet. The Cats are jumping that. But
3rd down and 11 upcoming for the Lions.
an opportunity, it's just a judgment call for your Cats defender, though. You got to come up and you can jump that route and possibly get you another defensive score here. 3rd down and 11 in motion. Hooper likes to run out of that set and does.
Come on, man.
He's got the first down to the 20-yard line. Spread them out and run the draw.
Langston University.
Pause it for about 3 seconds.
First down.
And this is exactly what you wanted to do. But after that quick score, his Cats defense out there again, but Langston really trying to answer those 2 quick flurries.
Oh, nice shot.
That one's to Hamilton, I believe.
The pass complete number 14.
14 is who it is.
Second down. Lions.
Certainly glad that you've chosen to spend your Saturday night with us. There's a lot of other places you could be. Hooper, right back up the middle he goes again.
Hooper, the ball carrier.
Look, there is so much time left in this one, too. You've got, I don't know if we're midway through the 3rd in this one. Yeah, just under 6:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This drive gets it back to 1 score if you can put it in the end zone. Hooper sends a man in motion and sends himself up the middle. Be careful there diving in on that as the Wildcats there towards the end. But that's 3 straight with one pass wedged in between. 4th down now. And, if the Cats can hold here. And they've done it throughout the entire first half, just allowing the 1 touchdown. See what that white and orange Wildcat that looks like offsides, and it is. Free play again. And pass interference in the end zone. So you'll take the pass interference in the end zone, and that's going to move you half the distance to the goal line. The wave going on here. And look, nobody's more aggravated at the people that don't do the wave than the people that start the wave. They're like, hey, look, we worked hard to get this going. It makes it. Because it occurred in the end zone, they'll mark it at the 2-yard line.
Well, between the wave and the flag, it'll be 1st and goal for the Lions.
Hooper now back. Brings motion to the far side. Right up the middle he goes, and look, it's
push.
Hooper, the ball carrier.
this. I'm telling you, this sets up that old. What was it? Years ago when Tebow for Florida would run up to the line and then jump and do a little jump pass. Trying to get this back to a 1-score game as Langston. That Cat defense has had their back to the wall a lot. It is back to the goal line now. Off the right side.
He got in.
And no signal yet. They're going to mark him shy of the goal line when the forward progress stops.
Challenge it.
He didn't get in far enough.
That will be 3rd down and goal still.
3rd down goal upcoming.
Why is he on the sideline? What is okay? You calling a timeout?
I think is he saying
Something came on. We gotta go with it. Get a timeout.
They'll call a timeout on the field, and that's going to save. That'll save Hooper from having to come out. We'll be right back. Back here we go, third down and about a yard is where the yard marker is. Or maybe they just don't have it up till it's too close, but that ball is just outside the goal line. Cats leading this one 20-7. Hooper calls for it. He'll jump over the top.
Hooper for the flying touchdown.
Gets into the end zone.
Man, touchdown, Lions!
And there is unsportsmanlike conduct being whistled, or is he taking a tap? Let's see. Maybe a player down is what the little bit of a stoppage is. Hooper just goes airborne, skies over the offense and defensive line as everybody was just digging in. And what you see on a move like that is just trying to get inside, and whoever gets the lowest center of gravity or point of contact usually wins. Hooper says, you know what, I'm just going airborne. And he does. 20-13, PAT is pending. So they certainly answer to two quick scores, does Langston. And we've got ourselves a battle going on here again.
Can't count the weather.
Hey, Marty, ready to play that? Yeah.
Come on.
They may end up with a delay of game. Nope, gets it off with 1 second to go. It wasn't a delay, so
Outside.
interesting. Looks like
Replay.
the ball's still at the same spot. So I don't know what the stoppage was. Needless to say, here we go again. PAT coming 20-13. That one is up and it's good. 20-14. Langston answers that. We've got ourselves a cat fight in this one between the Wildcats and the Lions. We'll be right back. We're back to a very raucous crowd here at W.E. Anderson Stadium. Wildcats put up 2 touchdowns in 2.5 minutes. Langston goes on a pretty good drive there, gets it back to a 1-score game, 20 to 14.
Touchback, man. Get him back there.
Kick is there. And it is brought in off to the far side. Big run along the far, but around the outside, but it'll be brought down to the 27-yard line. Well, the Cats tried to sneak in and get an onside kick, didn't get it, and Langston was able to go down the field. First down and 10, Cats get it back.
About the 27, it'll be first and 10. Wildcats.
4:19-ish to go here in the third. And,
Free time now, huh? All right.
and we'll see what Perkins and company are able to do here as they come out. 3 receivers to the near side. It's that stack set that the Cats have used a little bit of tonight. They send Datelin out back to pass. No, they're going to pull one out of the playbook of Hooper and try to run the quarterback draw, spread them out and do that, and not as a doesn't work. But it keeps that clock going. One thing that we saw the success of the Cats able to go over the top when they scored their first of 2 touchdowns in a couple of minutes. We'll see. Second down and 10, no gain on the quarterback keeper. Handoff this time is to Datelin. He's got it pushing that pile, and the pile pushes back. They'll mark forward progress of a 2.5-yard gain. Official looking over at the band playing is what I believe is the case when the official's there, and that's the second time. And you got to believe they're going to end up assessing a penalty. And you sure don't want that. Boy, nothing would drive a coaching staff more.
They not like us.
I just can't. Third down and 7. Perkins back to pass. Going over the top once again.
Oh, thank God.
A lot of hand checking going on there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They did it for number 0. He defends for the Lions.
Adam beat
Oklahoma only had 14-0. Oh, wait, it just scored me. Oklahoma just scored again.
That's unfortunate.
14-0.
Back deep to receive is Hawkins for Langston. Snap is back there. Kick is up and away, and it's a good one. That's going to drive Langston back. It'll check up, take a good Wildcat roll, and that will be one of those that they score inside the 20 as it rolls down to the 19-yard line. But you needed to go back and answer that touchdown if you were LCU.
Cut it.
An update from Norman, Oklahoma, with 22 seconds remaining before halftime. It's the University of Oklahoma 14, Michigan 0.
14-0, OU leads Michigan. You remember Bryce Underwood, starting quarterback up at Michigan, off of the flip from LSU and the $13 million or so that he got, and no points. Back to action we go. Here in the third, 2.5 to go. Hooper has went the distance in this one. The Cats have used a couple of quarterbacks, but it's been all Hooper in this. He's back to try to get it back. There's that snap throw, and it is complete.
Complete to Martin.
Martin has been his favorite receiver today. There's been a lot of Hooper to Martin on the afternoon, now into this beautiful evening. Second down and 5 to go out from the 24-yard line. Have to get to the 29 to move the change, does Langston. little quick play action, and coming up and playing that one, going right back to it again. That one this time incomplete. Wasn't Martin it was intended for, though. Cats facing another third down. Got to get off the field right here. Punting has not been that solid for Langston on the day, so if you can force a punt from deep in their own territory, you got an opportunity to think you've got some good field position. But it all revolves around a stop right here defensively. We play in the third quarter, nearing the end of it, back to pass. This time just a straight drop, and that time just a straight catch. Face mask is going to add more to it. So
Langston University, first down. Stand by. There's laundry on the lawn.
Cats have got to do something about that Hooper to Martin connection.
They don't have to. They really don't.
I get no agreement up here. Walking tacos. I don't know if you guys back home have heard of those, but it's literally a bag of chips that says walking tacos, and you put taco stuff inside there. Back to live action we go. First down and 10 from the Cats' 47-yard line. Langston has it, looking to take the lead back. That one swung back. Would have been behind the line of scrimmage, but complete to Hamilton. Again, Hamilton and Martin and Hamilton, they're doing damage out of the backfield and catching the ball.
Pick up 6 on the play. Second down, 4.
2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Back to pass once again now is Hooper. Trying some pressure, but not going to be there. And a little bit of misdirection, but they're going to call a pass interference on LCU. Waiting on the official there, and they'll mark off the first down.
Defense, number 21, 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
The 15 yards penalty.
15 yards gets Langston down outside the 25-yard line, in between the 25 and the 26. Well, they'll have it first down and 10. Clock will run on the snap. Offsides first. And there's that little pitch and catch.
Hooper to Martin. They're calling it incomplete. There is not a flag on the play.
Thought we saw one from the far side, and we did there. So it's going to be offsides against the Wildcats. Wildcats just continue to play sloppy here on the last couple of drives. First down and 5 following what would have been an incompletion. The ball rests on the 20-yard line. Back to pass. There's pressure. There's going to be a hold, a slide down, but it'll be marked 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Hooper scrambles. There's a flag on the field.
So that's going to push Langston back pretty good bit.
Holding. Offense, number 53, 10 yards, first down.
That was one of those, I think, if you're Langston, you don't mind, because if he doesn't make the hold, Hooper gets hit pretty hard. And so that allowed him to get out of there. And sometimes you just you're protecting your quarterback. First down and 15 now. Ball at the 30-yard line. Hooper, 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. This time he comes right back here, and they are just working that screen out. Good open field tackle coming up and making that one.
44 seconds.
Under a minute to go here.
We'll bring up second down 8.
Second down and 8, 7-yard gain on that pitch and catch. .22 and 21-ish to go here in the third, setting up a pretty dramatic fourth quarter from W.E. Anderson Stadium in Langston. Here comes pressure up the middle. Had to get it away quickly.
Hooper's pass is incomplete.
Oglesby was coming on some serious pressure up the middle. You remember, he was the one that forced the scoop and score. He will head off now. What a changing game of emotions. Look, this has just been check and checkmate and punch and counter punch and however you want to talk about it. It's been one of those games, and what a way to open up the NAIA play for these two squads. Third down and 8.
Third down 8.
Motion again. Quarterback draw again. Good tackle, and that's going to bring up fourth down to the 20-yard line. And that should do it for the third quarter of play. We may have been 2 or 3 seconds off on it. But fourth down, and Langston set to go for it as they do trail by a touchdown. Motion means draw. They're trying to pull the Cats off or run down the last little bit of time. Hooper brings his man back into the I formation. Here comes pressure up the middle. It's picked up. Pass is there. Complete. Pitch and catch at the buzzer. And that is Hooper to Martin once again. Langston answers with back-to-back touchdowns after giving a couple up, and they have an opportunity to take the lead back here as it is 20-20. And this is a crucial extra point attempt. Snap is high, kick is up, lets it fly. It's up and it's good. And Langston back in the lead.
The Lions reclaim the lead, 21-20.
Come on, that should be the end of the quarter.
Back we go. Hear a little bit of that Marching Pride band playing here, and they're excited. And so a large contingency of Lions fans went to the parking lot after the 2 touchdowns. A lot of empty seats. Haven't seen a pretty remarkable comeback. You don't leave early a game. You just don't.
That's why they were quiet on third down, too.
They didn't believe.
This has turned into one of those ball games, folks.
The kicker for the Lions.
And we thought that the quarter had expired. I can't see the clock down there under the play clock.
It says 0-0-0 on that side. That side. It looks like a minute over there. Way off.
Kick is back. That is 2 straight touchdowns for Langston since the onside kick attempt. Spinning around and down to the 30-yard line where the Cats will have it. A little pushing and shoving, and it's getting ugly down here. And that may be 15 more for the Cats.
Lions on the stop. They're flying on the field.
Come on, Lewis. What are we doing? What are we doing?
team,
Oh,
number
okay.
32. Jake Brown, unsportsmanlike. On the kicking team,
All right.
number 36. That is for their first for disqualification.
Disqualification?
What?
They said it's their first unsportsmanlike contact towards disqualification. If they get a second one in the game,
It's not a contact foul. That's contact. That's personal foul. You see is what you say, not what you do.
How the hell is it still the third quarter?
Yeah, we still in the third quarter. We still in the third quarter.
I swear I thought it was
After the offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct.
ready to go after that. So much ado about nothing. First down and 10. Cats have it from the 30. Perkins with an empty backfield now. Snap is back now. Pressure comes. He's got to step around it, and he steps right into a big sack right there, and that is an 8-yard loss.
Myers on the sack, number 82.
Things starting to get really chippy down there, and there's a flag. And that's going to be assessed against number 61, I believe, for continuing on after the play. And look, I told you early back in the first quarter, there's a limit that you can get to.
Lightly on the stop.
They're going to go, and this is the officials getting hold of it.
Wait, what?
Boo.
First down is given, so remember that at the 0-second mark of the third period. First down, it's going to move the chains because it's automatic first down, so they move the sticks.
First and 10, Wildcats.
And uncertain whether we're in the fourth quarter or not. I don't think we are because they haven't switched ends. We in Langston, that's all we know. Handoff up the middle. Spun around. Datelin at the 40-yard line continues to run. They'll call forward progress at the 41-yard line. Good run by Cunningham. Give him just a couple, though.
We're playing 18-minute quarters at this point.
They're marking another penalty, another big one. They're calling a face mask on the defense. And that'll be a big first down. So the Cats have gotten 30 yards in penalties on consecutive plays. And then the one prior to that was offsetting.
That's how you lose a game.
Going back over the top one more time. Got some distance.
Where's the flag?
Unable to get there.
Where's the flag? You missed it. You didn't catch it. It's got to be a flag.
Second down and 10.
They're pretty spot on.
Perfect pass.
I thought we did well.
I thought we did too, but they playing all
19
3-4
minutes,
minutes.
right.
Second and 10 here. Handoff. Cunningham cutting to the outside. Now back inside. Going to get pulled down. But not before he gets the first down. That's an 11-yard carry for Datelin and another Wildcat first down.
On the stop for the line. First down. Wildcats.
Cats working that tempo now. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side for Perkins. Play action, and they'll stop it.
Are they finally calling the quarter?
And that now is the end of the third quarter. They'll switch ends.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
Folks, we have seen a tremendous one through 3 quarters. The Lions lead this one 21-20. 2 touchdowns consecutively for the Wildcats. 2 touchdowns consecutively for the Lions. They take that 1-point lead. It goes back to the 2 field goals that the Cats had that Langston has been effective on theirs. We'll see what sorts itself out when we come back. Back here, fourth quarter of play underway. Cats, beneficiaries of a couple of penalties there, now find themselves first down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Back to pass. Going over the top, trying to run by, but there's just a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. Good defensive coverage back there by number 2.
The pass is complete. The defense for the Lions. Trey Odom. Second down, 10.
This is just a tale of two defenses that have played pretty solid throughout this one. Snap is back, handoff once again up the middle. And Cats starting to find a little bit of space in there, but you got a lot to do when you go incomplete. Now it's third down and 6. So a 4-yard pickup for Datelin. He flanks off to the right side. Haven't seen Mosby since that big burst in the second quarter. That one over the top, little tight end drag is going to come across. Good blocking downfield by the Cat receivers. And that should be a 15-yard penalty on the Cats, and it is. That was just, that's really inexcusable coming in at the end of that play when you can't do that in a game that has been this back and forth. You get a big play, and I understand the emotion of the game, but you cannot go and commit that penalty. So it'd still be first down.
Play is the first down for Louisiana. Kickoff, unsportsmanlike, number 77, 15 yards from the end of the run. It'll be first down, Louisiana.
So the Cats will have their first down back, but they'll get back to where they were before that play, and that was such a well-designed play. Cunningham once again working off to the left side.
Cunningham, the ball carrier for the Wildcats. Picked up 5 yards on the play. Second down, 5.
Another big run.
Cunningham, the ball carrier. Get on the stop for the Lions. Number 5, Johnson. First down. Wildcats. And stop.
Back to pass now is Perkins. He's going for it, and that's just a big pass and catch and ruled incomplete. Goodness gracious.
Complete. Number 31, Miles for the Lions says, nope.
Go up like that. Oh yeah, I thought he had. I think he's gonna come down.
Handoff this time. Cunningham's got it again. He's going to break off to the left side.
Cunningham, the ball carrier. Johnson on the stop for the Lions. No gain on the play.
No gain there for the Cats. They are a field goal away from taking the lead back in this one, 21-20, trying to run some clock as well. But we are early on in the fourth period of play, 13 minutes remaining, so just a couple gone. And LC will take a timeout. We'll take it with them.
Timeout.
And we're back here.
18, Oklahoma 14.
3rd down and 10. Wildcats cannot take a sack. They've got to get positive territory. They are in the field goal range of Hilborn. They're going to run a little misdirection.
Get him.
Looking to throw the ball
Interception. Interception.
There we go.
into the end zone. Going to be intercepted. Wow, big play there defensively.
That's
Number
Steve,
31
baby.
for the Lions.
And now they're discussing now, is it going to be a touchback or not, or is it going to be on the 1? Got to be just outside the goal line. They're going to move it out to the 20 and call a touchback here.
The Lions dodge
Last
the
thing you need to
football
do is
bullet
lose by 1 for a safety.
and intercept it in the end zone. Bring it out to the 20. It'll be first down.
Oh,
Lions!
Actually, they're just switching footballs. So now it will still be first down
It's
Lions.
still going to be first down Lions at the 1-yard line.
man, please, Jude.
This is one of those you see a lot of times. A team will just drop back and take a shot at a 99-yarder here.
Oh, yeah.
I like what you're thinking.
I'll take a 5-yarder.
Remember, Tony Dorsett on a Monday night goes 99 yards. That was via the run, but the Cats defense now has to step up.
That's what I'm a South Cowboy fan. I'm not a fan anymore.
Haven't been since Landry.
Make him jump.
He got me.
He gave up early.
He got me, man.
Oh, no. Come on. Let's go.
Snap is back in the backfield.
He got there. He got there.
They're going to say he's just outside. Boy, the Cats wanted that. And in my defense, it was when Landry got fired by Jerry Jones that we did it, not in the Landry days. Big fan of Landry.
Second down. 10. Yeah. It's been, and since then, it's been Jerry Jones.
Right.
Let us pray. Come on.
2nd down, and oh my goodness, the ball rests just outside the goal line. You're looking at it live here. Cats trail by 1, could get the lead by 1 with some pressure. And there's that shot over the top. Unable to get to it, no flags.
Cooper's pass incomplete.
Would have taken some holding in the end zone or something there. Look, after the hospitality there, the walking tacos, we're still like a holding in the end zone right here.
I need some crack.
3rd down and 10 to go just outside the shadow of the goal line is where the Langston Lions will scrimmage.
Come on. All right. Watch the blitz on the right side.
That run or that little pass and catch to 6 has been there.
Good
What do you
job.
know? It's there
Good
again for the
job.
first down.
Pitch and catch. Cooper to Martin. It's good for another Langston University. First down!
I've got a 2-hour drive back to Tulsa, or hour and a half, and a flight, and I'm going to hear Hooper to Martin in my sleep now.
Okay.
Hooper's going to keep this one himself, and that's the play he needed to run in the end zone. Boy, that has just been such an amazing connection today.
Keep him happy, y'all.
Hooper to Martin, Hooper to Martin, Hooper to Martin.
9.5.
And one of the big running backs, their receivers, not even in the game today. That was injured. Hooper is back in the shotgun. 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Now back to pass.
Ooh, almost.
And that one falls incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down.
They finally scored. Ooh, Michigan finally scored.
Okay.
75-yard run. Took them forever.
After the
So
extra
again,
pass,
one right
third
side.
down 9.
Look, and the thing about this one, as a Cats defensive coordinators in the Cats defense, you got to watch Hooper to Martin. You got to watch Hooper to Hamilton. Then you got to watch Hooper take off and run the ball. If he sends somebody in motion, there's a good chance he's running that draw. Does not do it. Yes, he does. He'll send a man in motion. This time that was knocked at the line of scrimmage. It was bobbled there, but good work coming up and making that play.
Cooper's pass complete. Off on the play.
All right. So there's
That'll be 4th down, and so the interception staved off a little bit. But I'm telling you, that was just
Give us one of those long punches to the grab.
that was good work defensively by David Voorhees III. That kick is up,
Flag.
going to come to the near side, and D-Dub watches it check up and go out of bounds. And there is a flag back at the 42-yard line. Right at the 42-yard line, at the base of the feet of the official to the back, picks it up now. And we'll see what call is going to be, because that's just a strange place to have one, unless he's watching perhaps holding coming down. No flag. Yeah, I didn't know. There's no flag for 12 men.
There could be.
Just practicing. An update from Norman. 14:49 remaining in the third quarter play. OU 14, Michigan 7.
This crowd is
Louisiana Christian University, Langston University doing battle here. Cunningham off to the left side is going to pick up 2. And just a very subdued crowd. And look, this is a thrilling ball game that's going on. Play action by Perkins. Down it goes, and there's going to be a little bit of a trip up. Feet getting tangled up down the sideline there. Guys, it has been a lot of fun bringing you this one, and we still have about 10 minutes to go in what has been just an instant classic early on. 3rd down and 8. Offsides, free play. They stop it.
Stand by. There's Lonzo on the line.
You call a false start.
Officials will get together, and this may be one of those 15-yard automatic first down offsides. Switching out, and the Cats are backing up a little bit, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty for false start.
On the offense, number 4, 5 yards, 3rd down.
They'll call E.J. Scott for the false start.
After the 5-yard mark off, so bring 3rd down, 13 upcoming for the Wildcats.
3rd down, a long way to go. They've got to get to the 40-yard line. Here comes motion to the near side. Play action. Perkins again.
Wide open.
They were focusing a lot on EJ that time, and completely gave up on Xavion Butler. Butler's the one that had the big touchdown pass at the first, and there is a penalty flag back in the backfield. That's going to be a hold, it looks like, because they're walking back once again. Well, now they're turning going the other way like it might be. See if they wave that one off.
Okay.
Up here, they're thinking roughing the passer. Cats fans will take it. Flag goes back in.
Personal foul.
Yeah.
Hands to the face. Number 92 on the defense. 15 yards on the end of the run.
15 yards on the end of the run. And look, I think you calculate up all of the 15-yard penalties on both these teams tonight. It's up there.
After the 15-yard mark.
Cats now back in the red zone, trying. Cunningham up the middle, going to bang around to the 15-yard line. Picks up, give him 6 on that one. And they'll go tempo again. Clock sits at 9:41 to go in regulation. Handoff Cunningham once again. Good, nifty little move, but even better open field tackle.
Nice open field tackle by number 7. Hill for the Lions.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You remember the Cats were here a couple series ago, and they throw an INT on a miraculous catch down there, just magnificently done. Can ill afford that. Cunningham's got to get positive, not negative. Spins around, gets back to near the line of scrimmage, and you're going to, I believe you're going to see Levi Hilborn come out and attempt to give the Wildcats the lead back.
9.
They do trot him out. Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line, so officially a 35-yard attempt here. We'll let you keep an eye on it there.
High snap, high snap.
Snap is back, kick is up, and through all of the wishes, it is up and it's good, and the Cats back in the lead, 23-21. Strike up the band, man.
Security to the press.
Disregard.
Now, 23-21.
Well, I mean, it's
Wow.
like a game right there.
Cats have the lead back with 8.5 to go, and hopefully security heard the disregard part as well as the come to the press box. That's right. Cats 23, Lions 21. We'll be back. Third field goal of the day for Levi Hilborn, and he is working his way on player of the game honors.
You know, we played Northern Colorado.
Coach just refers to him as a weapon back there, and as he's gotten more mature kicking the football for this Cats team, has just gotten better and better. Bounces around. It's still going to be a live bag. Just goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Look at it. You got to touch that, bro.
Don't know if it was touched by anybody. If it's not, it's going to be another free kick out of bounds. And it will move it up, and that'll be a big win for Langston on that one. And they will. They should move that ball up to about the 30-yard line now.
Against the kicking team, 30 yards from where the ball was kicked. First down, Langston.
Yeah, so it'll go to the 35-yard line is where it'll go.
First and 10, Lions. Shut the band down.
First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. 9 minutes to go here. Cats lead this one. Hooper changing the play there at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass now is Hooper.
Throw it. Come on. Oh.
Up and high and too tall to call down the left side. I'm going to get run down before the end of the game, it appears.
Just in case they scored again, I mean, it's a real.
Second down and 10 now. Clock stops following that incompletion.
They will respond. Yeah, very good. Kilo 23, North Alabama 7. All right.
Motion again. That's where Hooper likes to run this time, though. He's going to throw that slant. And there it is again.
Pass complete. Across the middle.
Oh,
To
God.
Martin.
Goodness gracious. That's not what anybody wanted to see.
Tell me about him. Nah, that's a flag now.
I had trying to zoom in on the flag, and it flipped the camera around to me, and nobody wants to see that. Goodness gracious.
Hey, show them the guy that almost got taken away by security.
Right?
I see it disregard.
They didn't hear that part of it, the disregard.
Hey!
Gotta be at least 10 personal foul penalties between the two teams tonight that have been called.
At the 26-yard line. First down, Lions.
Lions have it first down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Here comes pressure, but there goes Hooper. He runs.
Come on.
Hooper runs right back there down to the 5-yard line. Boy, he does such a good job of running right beside that blitz.
That run
Set the first down.
brings
Okay,
up
right.
another Langston University.
Come on,
First down.
Langston looking like they're seeing who's got the ball last. This is Hooper trying to will his way into the end zone for this team. He and Martin have taken them on their back and said, let's go.
Hooper, the ball carrier. That's not really correct. It's been Hooper, Martin, and the refs. Both refs. Hey.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you, SGA?
Second down and goal to go from the 5. Motion again. Hooper off the left side.
Almost.
Sticks the ball out. You got to be real careful about that.
Lose that.
We'll go down to the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Spread them wide. Spread them wide.
Cats trying to hold to another field goal attempt at least.
Mario in. Good.
All right, fans, we're about to score. Let's make some noise for the Wolves.
But not too much noise.
Strike up the band.
Hamilton will come up off to the right side,
Come on, bro.
and he follows that, does Hooper, and he's not going to get in there. They'll mark him short once again, and it's going to be fourth.
Personal foul.
And it's going to be 4th down.
Ball carrier.
These refs are,
Don't tell them to get the field goal. We got to go for it.
I thought I was facing
I don't expect that they are going to bring out for a field goal opportunity, and Hooper does not want to come off the field at all.
It's in there. It's into the game. It's in the field goal.
This looks to give
I understand.
Langston the lead back. It's been one missed and one blocked. There's no way he misses another. Snap back, kick is up, and it is good. No announcer jinx today. 24-23.
And put 3 up for the good guys.
549, 550.
We're back here, and this has been one of those ball games that frustrates you as a coach. But my goodness, it is back and forth. It has been. Kick is up. Gathered in at the 8-yard line. Coming to the near side. Going to try to go back the other way and gets nothing out of it. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats with 5:33 to go. Is that what I said? Oh. Again, looks like it's coming down to who is going to have the ball last in this one.
Man, get it out.
Band is going, and look, This is one of those points they could get a penalty because they've been warned a couple of times. They did a good job of shutting it down right at the opportune time. And here we go, back to action. First down and 10 from the 23-yard line.
I used to do this anyway.
And O-line with mobile account access.
Handoff up the middle, breaking to the outside. Nothing doing. Maybe a yard on the play. Second down and 9.
The ball carrier. Pick up a 1 on the play.
Datelin gets just a yard.
Wilson. Second down, 9.
Perkins play action. He's going to step up and just that one gets knocked down, and luckily that wasn't
Mosley.
picked off.
Third down, upcoming.
Mosley with the hurry, if you will, and the pass breakup. Third down now and long. There's a flag on the play that will give the Wildcats a first down.
Number 24. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Defensive holding there.
10-yard mark-off, but it'll be first and 10 for the
And the Cats pick up a first down at the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
Cunningham up the middle, off the left side, and there goes Datelin out near midfield. And he's going to be out near the L and the U
Cunningham, the ball
at
carrier.
midfield.
First down.
Datelin showing just what that power running will do. He's going to have another opportunity. Now a little finesse trying to get to the outside, and does. It's going to be driven out of bounds, but not before a pickup of maybe 4 or 5.
Cunningham again, the ball carrier.
Under 5.
Somewhere around 5 minutes to go in this one, and they'll put it at the 49-yard line of Langston.
Pass.
Play action there.
You had him.
Perkins steps up in the pocket, throws that one away. And
Pass incomplete. Under duress by a host of Lions.
once
Play
again,
number 5.
a third down. The Cats now out at midfield. You know it's 4-down territory. Cunningham comes off. And that will bring Johnson.
Now, let's make some noise.
Going to throw one out of the backfield there. Getting his shoulder squared, banging around, and that's going to make it 4th down and 3. Cats definitely will go for it. They'll hurry to the line in this one. And this is a big time play here in this ball game. 4th down.
We need you to be real quiet.
Reverse psychology not working here in the press box either. 4th down and 3. I know what he meant. Fakes the jet sweep to EJ, trying to draw him off sides and nothing doing. The Cats will take a timeout, and they'll talk about it here. We'll take it with them. Finally.
We need you to stand up and scream like you're at a Frankie Beverly and Mays concert.
I think player of the game is going to go to the public address announcer.
Concert. That's going on tonight, by the way. Band, you can scream. Don't use your horns. Just everybody on your feet. This is 4th down. This is our chance to win the game and get the offense back on the field. We need everybody and anybody that has an LU shirt on to stand up and scream as though the game is on the line, because it is.
4th down and 3. Here we go. making some noise in the or in the stands. Short-lived, and they're back to watching it. Perkins back to pass. Here's pressure going over the top. EJ's got it. EJ to the 10, now the 5 inside the 5-yard line. EJ Scott.
Flag? No. Yeah, there's a flag?
Oh, there's a flag?
There's a flag on the field.
They're going to whistle holding, it looks like, back here.
What MVP? Referee.
And they are bringing,
MVP.
or they're not bringing it back. They're thinking about bringing it back. They're going to call offsetting on that, it looks like.
All right.
Now they all
Right.
now you want
The consensus is that the play is going to come back. Now it's not. They're going to wave.
They look like they don't even know.
Here's call. Unsportsmanlike. On the offense, number 71. 15 yards from the end of the wall. First down.
So they're calling the unsportsmanlike after the play is what they're doing. So instead of at the 4, it should be back around the 18 or 19-yard line.
So the number of plays, the first and 10. The 15-yard penalty marked off will bring the ball back to the 17-yard line. It'll be first and 10.
What take out of that the big pass and catch on 4th down from Bryce Perkins to E.J. Scott. He said, don't call me E.J. Stop Route Scott anymore. It's E.J. Fade Route Scott. High school, they called him E.J. Stop Route Scott. Clock runs.
Run the clock. First and 10.
Handoff is up the middle. Now kick to the outside. Banging around inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Johnson continues to bang away.
Now you see the shirts that I'll be right.
We have reached the 9 o'clock hour here in Langston, Oklahoma, and it has just been a battle. Cats in field goal range, but don't want it. They want to get in the end zone with a touchdown. Off to the left side goes Johnson, and he's going to be stacked up there. But every play that is ran is seconds off of the clock, and the Cats will not hurry up at this point.
Stop by the interior. Let's fight some defense.
Get a check on the clock and see where we think.
2:45 maybe.
Under 3 minutes, roughly 3 minutes-ish.
It's gonna be heavy on the ish.
15 and 14 on the play clock.
Stop it.
And they run that time off the clock and then call a timeout.
The 2-minute timeout.
Oh.
2-minute timeout is what gets us, the 2-minute timeout.
That's what I was.
An update from Norman.
I was thinking about that. It's just
10 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter plus. University of Oklahoma 21. Michigan 7.
Well, you've got your opportunity here if you're Coach Ben McLaughlin in this offensive unit. Offense has played well when they've needed to. Defense has played amazing throughout most of the night and kept them in this opportunity. 3 Levi Hillborn field goals on the night, but just a long list of 15-yard penalties in this game. So it has been spectacular, it has been well played, and it has been sloppy. If you can have all of that in one game, and it's just the opening of the NAIA season. Yes, both teams played a game last week, but it was against Division I opponents. Back in the NAIA we go, and both of these teams needing this win. Second down and goal to go.
Second down.
Snap is back there, handoff up the middle, pushing the pile, and the scrum goes down to the inside the 2-yard line, and they'll run off a lot more time now. I think you don't snap it until there's about 2 or 3 seconds left on it, but the Cats
Timeout taken by the Lions.
don't get the chance because timeout is taken by Langston in this one. Guys, you've gotten your money's worth out of this one. It has been a ball game. Cats trailing in this one. Minute 43 remaining. And the Cats are trailing this by 1 point, 24-23. Cats scored their 2 touchdowns on a big long pass and an 81-yard touchdown pass. Then the scoop and score, and that's the only 2 touchdowns they've had throughout. It's been 3 Levi Hilborn field goals to get them to their 23. But when they scored their 2 touchdowns and go for the onside kick, don't get it, here comes Langston right back, and that gets us to where we're at. We said we thought it would be the last team that had the ball. Langston takes the timeout. They're trying to be the last team with the ball. It's 3rd down and goal from the 2. Handoff up the middle, pushing around, penalty flag, and there's some chaos going on over here. They're calling that right away.
There's a flag on the field.
No, there was the wide receiver and the DB went at each other right off the line. And so that's where they may be another one of the offsetting penalties. There was one over here on the side by the goal line is the one that we have.
Illegal participation on the defense, 12 men on the field. And we're done with the play. Touchdown.
So the touchdown is good. Penalties declined. And don't know what the one from the side is going to be. But touchdown Wildcats. 29-24 in this one. You got to expect the Cats to go for 2 to make it a 7-point margin.
Two-point conversion upcoming for the Wildcats.
Datelin Cunningham back in. Perkins going to come this side with it, rolling out. That is there, and that is good. That 2-point conversion make it 31-24. And just a well-called play. Rolling the pocket out, getting Perkins going. And still a little over a minute to go.
Hooper's pass is caught.
There we go. Looked like we were in out of that, so we had been muted from that commercial and you hadn't heard the bulk of it. We appreciate you letting us know that. Third down now and 2 to go. Thank you, sir, for letting me know that. Third down and 2. Hooper looks around, sends motion back out, and he'll take that penalty flag. Prior to it, looks like it's going to be motion. They're calling encroachment defense, so it's going to be first down. Encroachment defense.
First down!
And the penalty stops the clock.
Number 20, lined up in the neutral zone. That's penalty. Result in the first down.
First down and 10 for Langston. They hurry to the line. They'll have it from the 32-yard line. Hooper and company, 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Hamilton in the backfield.
Watch it.
There's one over the middle. It's picked off, and the Cats are going to get out of Langston with the victory. Big time work coming up and making that one was Brandon Johnson II. There will be a penalty flag. It'll be post-possession.
There's a flag on the field.
That'll be following the interception, but the Cats look like they're going to escape.
10-minute penalty. Add 10 minutes to the clock.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Get ball. Unsportsmanlike. Defense. Number 7. 15 yards. First down. Louisiana. That's number 7 first classification.
So that is unsportsmanlike conduct that has been whistled. Excessive celebration following the INT. You don't like it, but you'll...
Maybe they can accidentally kneel down in the end zone and get a safety.
I've seen that. Run to the end zone.
Or they could fumble the snap while they're down in the ball.
Get our mic back up and working here towards the end of it. Cats just a couple of kneel downs away. They're back in the victory formation. Not sure what's going on with the audio. We see it there, but not on here. Checking the time, just under.
That should be about it.
Cats are going to escape. That's all you can say. What a well-played ball game by both teams in terms of ambition and desire, and that's going to do it. A tough loss here at home for the Lions of Langston. Wildcat winner right there. They'll head back to Louisiana with the victory here. Move to 1-1 on the season. Langston will go to 0-2. But hard-fought victory. You hate to see anybody lose this one, but that will wrap it up. 31-24, your final. Wildcats win. Thank you for joining us the entire way. We'll do better at it next week. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. God bless you all and good night.
October the 4th.